Good afternoon and welcome back to CoreGen Farm and Homestead. My name is Jen. Today we're going to be starting seeds or putting them in the seed trays so that we can get them started for our spring garden. The potting mix that we're going to be using, or the seed start mix we're going to be using, is from Haas Premium Seed Mix right here. It has a lot of really good stuff. It's naturally made and ecologically produced with over 20,000 beneficial microbes, and that is what we're going to be using. I'll be starting tomatoes, a lot of tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant today. I'm going to start by dumping this into the wheelbarrow so that I can mix some native soil into it. What I did is I went and got a cup of soil from the garden, and that way the microbiology and good stuff from the soil will mix into this for the new seeds and get it acclimated. Now this stuff does have some chicken manure, from what I can tell, in it. So just make sure that you wash your hands thoroughly after you mix. If you mix with your hands or use gloves or something, because you don't want that to stay with you. Just break it up quite a bit, as much as I can. It's nice and fluffy and airy, really breathable. Hopefully I can get these cells properly filled. So I'm going to press down a little bit on them, make sure I get them filled, because once I water this, it's going to sink down a bit. I don't want to compact it, but I do want to get it full. So one bag of the Haas Seed Start Mix did 2 of their deep cell trays with just a little bit left over. Alright, so I've got my soil in my trays. I'm going to do red rocket tomato. I'm going to do 25 of those. And I will do 30 each of Rutgers Improved tomato and Homestead 24 tomato. And that's just how our rows are set up and the length differences on some of them. So I'll do the Rutgers Improved tomato and the Homestead 24 at 30 each, and then I'll do 25 of the red rocket tomato. Alright, so what I'm doing is I am just using a Phillips head screwdriver, and I'm just making a place for the seed to go. The tomatoes and the peppers and eggplant say 1/4 inch, so I'm going to try to stay as close to that as possible. Probably plant 2 seeds each, just to make sure that I get a viable plant in each. I'm going to just use these tongue compressors to mark what kind of seeds are where. I just put RI for Rutgers Improved tomato, and then red rocket tomato. We thought we had some Roma tomatoes, and I didn't see any in the house, so this section here, down here at the end, will probably be for those when we get those seeds. Alright, I've finished putting my seeds in, and this is how I've done it. I've skipped a section between each kind. I thought I had run out of these tomatoes here, and I planted some more of these on the end, but we have everything we need there, I think, and then I'll just do Roma's later. I put the peppers here. I did how do you say that? Manganji pepper and banana pepper. So I have a couple sections of those, and I put a early long purple eggplant section here. So all this middle is open. We'll see if I get anything planted in there, but for the most part I think we have what we need for what we want to do in the spring. Come over here and check the status of these seeds. We have these on a heat mat because the peppers and the eggplant require 85 degrees for seed germination. But I walked in here and it is registering at, I don't know if you can see that on the phone. You can't, but it's registering at 100.7. So I opened the windows up here and that window over there. During the day, I'm sure that we won't need the heat mat, but it's in the evening at night where it will come in handy. And here's the probe that tells us what the temperature is in the soil.
Eagle footer modified Johnson soup bioreactor, which is just a glorified compost pile. Slow composting compost pile.
Slow composting.
Yep.
So before you close this up, you have a ring inside. You have an inner circle. And you said, what does that allow?
That allows airflow to get in, so we can get it into the compost, because this whole area that where you're standing is going to be filled with compost.
Okay, that's
air will come in there, air will come in from the outside. This keeps the material from falling in.
So this is just an air vat?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the rest of it around is where the compost is going to go?
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Really cool. Do you just wrap it one time?
Yep.
That, guys, is a really big compost bin. So tell me what you're doing.
We're just filling it up now. This is wood chip mulch pile with leaves and wood chips. Then we'll go around and gather green stuff and the various fruit trees and stuff and weeds, whatever.
Like yard trash? How full are you wanting to get this today?
Right here?
Oh, all the way?
Yep.
And then we'll just put our kitchen scraps in here as well?
Yep.
Our compost bin is full. You can see we've been adding garden scraps and just compost from the kitchen. Just adding it up. It's decomposing, breaking down pretty well. There's plenty of room to keep adding whatever. I try to just keep it going equally around. It's far enough away from the house to where it's not, none of the flies are interfering with daily ingress and egress. We wrapped it with this fencing to hold the bulk of the weight of the fill. So I think it's working pretty well. We'll see how the breakdown happens and how quickly, and we'll keep you up to date.